Hello everybody and welcome back to the Richcraft server. My name is BigRichNZ, and in today's episode, in this episode, we will be doing a collaborative build with JetBoyNZ, and we're planning to build, or hoping to build, a villager-powered wheat farm, and then possibly expand it out to a carrot and potato farm as well. Also, be doing more work on my iron farm array. So we're building the central tower for that, and on that hopefully on that I plan to have all the storage for the iron farms, and it'll be an AFK area which will load all the iron farms, and then maybe we'll do some more work on the castle. We'll see how we go. But that's the plan for today's episode, so let's go. Hello everybody, here we are back on the server doing our first collaborative build with JetBoyNZ. Here's JetBoy over there, jumping around like a muppet. Can't hear him through his mic though. Say something, JetBoy.
Hello.
There we go. And so what we're going to do today, and we've already sort of made a little bit of a start, is to build a villager-powered automatic wheat farm. So we'll get started. Okay, JetBoy, you need to dig down 2 levels. So you've got the best spade, so off you go. And then while he's doing that, you need to lay down some tracks. Might have to break the gate, push him through. I don't think he'll go through an open gate. Oh, he will, okay. That's fine, push him through.
He opened the gate though. Oh, he went into the mic up below and he's died.
You are kidding. Oh.
I think he's gonna die.
Well, we'll never get him out of there now.
Look at his head!
Oh, the minecart fell down through the block. Oh, that's annoying.
Oh, because it's tilled.
Oh, I didn't know that would happen. I will never get him out of there. I'll just... No. But he's... No, what are you doing?
I'm just putting this block so we can push him through next time, so he can sit on top.
Okay. I'll try and break the minecart when it comes around. Oops, there's water there. No, too slow. Yeah, because the other minecart stopped now. Hopefully this will give it a bit of a bump. Yeah, now the village has stopped.
So what do you do with the villager?
Well, you can see where he is, so dig down and,
Because I hit him.
oh well, break the cart. Right, we'll just kill him. Oh, how are you going to get out of there now? Well, that's, oh, wonderful, you let the water through. Ah. Yeah, so now we're going to have to dig it all up, replace the broken bits.
Far.
So here we go, look at that. He's away. He's planting seeds, so he actually didn't have that many carrots and potatoes in his inventory. So it didn't take us long to actually empty all that out. We've given him a bunch of seeds, and he's planting wheat. So we'll just sit here and, well, we actually won't sit here, we'll just wait till he's planted, and hopefully some of the wheat grows off soon, and he'll harvest that, and then we'll see if this thing works. Alright, what we have here is a advancement of the kelp farm. So the kelp farm, if you remember, it's sort of down there, and what I was doing was manually collecting all the drops from the kelp farm, and then I'd bring it up to here and put it through the auto smelter. But because we didn't want to waste any of the kelp blocks, I would have to bring it up in, or put them through in multiples of 20, so that each furnace had 20 kelp blocks in it. So normally what I'd do is I'd get 6 stacks of 60 and just put it through, and then no kelp blocks were wasted. That was a bit time consuming and manual, and often if I haven't been around or if other people had been on the server and I hadn't been on for a while, the kelp would get backed up to a massive degree, and I wanted to automate it, so that's what I've done over here. So we've got 2 furnaces. The kelp comes up this bubble column here, dropped into that hopper, into this chest, and then it gets distributed to these 2 furnaces. As you can see though, only 1 furnace is operating at the moment, and it has 15 kelp in it. It's powered by sticks. Now originally it was powered by kelp blocks, but I found that even when there's only 1 furnace running, I had both of them running to start with, I had them both running initially, but they would, well, what's the word I'm looking for? They would cook up the kelp too fast, so then there'd be no kelp sitting in here, and the kelp blocks would be burning, and it would be a waste of kelp blocks. So I decided just to run 1 furnace, but that 1 furnace would still go through the kelp faster than it was made. Maybe I was still wasting kelp blocks, so I hit upon the clever idea of using sticks instead, growing some giant spruce trees and hacking them down and making loads of sticks. So the way the sticks work, 2 sticks will smelt 1 kelp. So that way I never waste any of my fuel, and all the kelp ends up over here. And so I've put a large chest arrangement here, so we put the sticks in here, they filter down into this chest here, and into the furnaces. And so I've just got to remember every now and then to fill that chest up with sticks, and the kelp will just keep churning away quite happily all by itself. Now there was a bit of a backup before, which is why I had both furnaces, but as you can see only one's working, so normally I'd say there'd only be 1 working at a time. It's sort of maybe 14 or 15 kelp at a time, but there it is, it's all working away. I've made numerous kelp blocks out of that, which I now store over here. There's all kelp blocks stored away, and then whenever I need a big smelting job, then we just throw it in the auto smelter with the kelp blocks, and away we go. So, all jolly good. Right, let's move on. Okay, this is the central tower. It is not finished. You can see I've done a lot of detail on this side, but if we walk around this side, not so much. I'm not 100% sold on it at this stage. I do feel it needs some more detail, although I'm not quite sure what the detail will be. But we have run into a critical that's a creeper hole, critical shortage of materials. So I had to stop construction on it. This is also the bridge. See, I've still got my scaffolding up there, which will join this part of the iron farm array. Remember, of course, there'll be another iron farm up there. We'll join the iron farm array to the central column. Again, and I'm not really 100% sold on this bridge yet either. I sort of had a picture in my mind of what it might look like, and that wasn't quite it. But that's where we are at this stage. But as I said before, unfortunately, I have a critical shortage of stone in particular, or cobblestone, so I had to stop construction on that. And then start construction on another one of the iron farms in the array. So over this way, we can try and run with all the lag. No, I don't think it's going to let us run. Come on, run. There we are. We're running. If we go over here, I have started construction on another part of the array, and that is being right here. So I've just used sort of wood blocks to mark it out and dug trenches where the outside of it will be. And then I've done a lot of digging down here. And the main reason for that is because, as I just said, I need more cobblestone. More stone. Oh, pardon me. Which I've got truckloads of, which now I can start using on that central tower. Although I may build up this part of it, or finish building that down there first, but then build up this part of the array as well with that stone and use the extra stone on the central tower. So that's where we are at the moment. Right, bit of a progress update here. Unfortunately, it is raining here on the server. I have turned the rain noise down so that it doesn't get in the way of what we're trying to do, but it does make it a bit dark and depressing. But anyhow, as you can see, a lot more work has gone on the tower. I've filled in some more detail. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but it does look a lot better than it did before. And what I'll do now is I'll leave this as is until I've completed the top of the tower, and then I'll have another look at it and see whether we can put some more detail in. I've also changed the design of the bridge a little bit. Those fences there will actually go too high, whereas they're all one height at the moment, but I ran out of fence posts. And then it joins up with the top iron tower at this stage. Incomplete as yet, but more progress. If we go have a look over here, we can go inside, push the button to open the door. Oops. And then we go. Not 100% sold on this floor yet either. It's just a temporary floor for now until I come up with a better idea, or until I've got all the interior of the ground floor sorted out, and then I can sort of work out a pattern that I might use instead. This is the bubble stream coming up from the, what do you call it, where all the iron comes to. So the idea is, from the two iron farms over here, there's an underground hopper pipe which sends the iron down this way to a dropper which pumps the iron out into this pipe which I've made out of trapdoors, which I think looks pretty cool, which goes up to the top and is stored up there. Initially I was getting up and down using this ladder, but I have completed a bubble elevator up and down, which I am now using, so we'll get rid of this in the not too distant future. And then these bubble streams I use to get to the basement, I'll probably move them into that back corner over there, just so they're out of the way. But it does allow me to have access for maintenance purposes, or for making changes, or finding out why the iron's stuck. But this is the bubble stream up, so if we step into this elevator, we're shooting up. So this will be the main level, which is as yet incomplete. It joins up the bridge going over to that iron farm. At the moment we just sort of walk over here and drop down. So this is the storage level. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do in these big gaps here yet. I thought maybe some stained glass windows would be pretty cool. But yeah, undecided as yet. See, each side has one. I think the rain makes it even more laggy than it did before. But over here we see the iron pipe coming up to this terminal up here, dropping into hopper, going through this hopper system here, through our item sorter. So all iron blocks are sorted out, and everything else, which is generally just poppies or things that have... Oh, hello? What are those doing in there? No, I think something's gone wrong. Let's have a look here. That's filled up. Are we missing some... No, why is that not working? Ah, we're missing the repeaters. Okay, well that would explain why the iron wasn't going into that, yeah. So anyhow, oh, it's a thunderstorm as well, even better. Yeah, so once I put those repeaters back in, then this will unlock and the iron will head through here, go through this chopper, get pushed into a water stream. Actually I should put trapdoors on that too. Across here and get deposited in here. So this is my iron storage here at the moment. So we've got 12 double chests, some iron in there, and yeah, so that's where we are with the tower right now. For those of you who don't know how, maybe I'll fix it first. Actually, no, we'll explain how it works. So those of you who don't know how an item sort of works, for each item that you're sorting, you need 3 hoppers. 1, 2, 3. So the top hopper is just a hopper chain which sends items through, so I could have a second item sorter here, and that hopper chain could carry on, and I could have another item sorter there. So for every item you want to sort out, you need the top hopper, which is the hopper chain, the second hopper, which is the sorting hopper, and the bottom hopper, which is locked. So this second hopper here must be pointing out to nothing. So all it can do is pull an item from above, it can't push an item out. So what this does, the comparator then checks the items in your hopper. So normally you'd have 42 items, I think, or 41, I forget, with this particular design. So in this case it's iron, so we have 41 iron there, and then you fill in the other 3 spots with a stackable item, not a non-stackable item, but something that is not likely to get sorted through here. So I've just put lapis in here for the moment. What I should do is rename these items, or the items that I put in there, something else, so they can't possibly be, like if I accidentally put lapis in here, that'll stuff it up. So if I rename this lapis or put something in there with a name on it, then I can't accidentally sort of drop lapis or whatever in there and have the item stack in here, which will stuff the system up. So when it reaches level, when there's 41 items on there plus the 4 extra ones, the redstone signal is strong enough to go all the way to the end here, and then it comes back through these repeaters, powers this block, and unpowers that redstone torch. And that redstone torch is currently locking this hopper, so this hopper will not pull anything out of there. And when the hoppers pull stuff out of other hoppers, they always take something from the first item in the inventory, which is why you put your sorted item here and your excess items here, so that it will only ever fill up and empty from here. Yeah, and so because this has got iron in it, sorry, it'll only ever, if iron passes by, it'll only ever pull iron out of there. If there's something else that goes by there, it'll just carry on. So that's how the item sort of works. And so once this drops to less than 40, well, when it drops down to 41, then the redstone signal is not strong enough to unlock the hopper, so to turn the redstone torch off, so the redstone torch powers back up again and locks the hopper. And that's how it works. And all your sorted items will disappear off to where you want. Normally you'd sort of have a whole bunch of chests here or something. Well, a double chest here. But in this case we're putting the iron over there, and at the moment everything else is going here, although I probably will have more chests along this way for items to be sorted into, and or maybe not, because no, I don't know. Because as I've mentioned before, we want to build a hostile mob farm up there, so their items will drop down here and need to be sorted and stored. And my plan was to store it in this area, but I'm sort of running out of room with all these elevators in the way, so we'll just have to see how we go with that. Of course, this wall here is all temporary. So that's where we are with that. If we go over here and look over in this direction, I won't take you over there and have a look, but I have completed that underground iron farm on that side. So in a not too distant episode we'll build that up and put another iron farm over here. This iron farm is functional, but it's not quite connected in. I'm about, I don't know, 8 hoppers short, so I'll fix that up shortly. But very shortly that'll be connected in, and then all of the iron produced will end up in the storage array here. So that's where we are with the iron farm, and if we go back over here we can just make out, if we look to the right, the castle, incomplete of course, but it does look pretty cool sitting over there, which means if you're standing over there on the castle and look this way, you'll be able to see this, so that'll be nice. And of course we've got the town over there. Right, back into it. Right, here we are over at the, I've done it again, here we are over at the farm, the villager powered wheat farm that we constructed earlier. For some reason, I'm not quite sure, well I think I've got an idea, the villager plants the wheat quite happily, but he won't harvest it. I suspect that he's got some either wheat or some of the food in his inventory, which is why he's not harvesting it. So you can see over there I've put another villager over there which he can throw his food at, but he hasn't been doing that, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. We'll have to figure that one out. We've made plans for another farm over here, but until we've got this one sorted out, there's no point building another one. We can of course manually harvest, but that's not the point. If we wanted to manually harvest it, we wouldn't bother putting a villager in there. So that's a bit of a head scratcher. We'll have to do some research on that. If any of you out there watching this happen to know why it's not working, please feel free to let me know in the comments. But otherwise, that's all we've got time for this episode. Next episode, depending on how this villager farm goes, if that works out, then we'll be expanding the farms in that direction. Also, a bit more work on the iron farm tower in the middle, maybe tidying that up and finishing off the main level, and probably building one more iron farm in the array, and then I think I'll just leave the iron farms alone. I might do some more work on the tower, but we'll head back to the castle and get some more work done on that, maybe have the keep finished so that it looks really cool, and start looking at making that into my main base. But that's all we have time for this episode. If you like what you've seen, hit the like button. If you really like what you've seen and you want to see more, subscribe. And feel free to leave any comments in the comment section. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what things you'd like us to do or to see us do. And if I've done anything dumb and I need to have that pointed out to me, then please let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good day.